Welcome to the Doomsday Report. Now, I'm being joined today by The Colony, a band that's been around a good wee while now, and they've done got a fair bit of air miles under your belt, ain't you, boys?
Yeah, that's right.
How's it going?
How you doing,
Good,
man?
man.
Not too bad, not too bad.
Now, what I'd like to do today is just sit here, chat with you, ask you a few questions about brief history of the band and what you've been up to. So, first off, how did the band start?
We'll go for used to.
There you go, man.
Right, so we wanted to, well, we always knew we wanted to be in a band, so I think it was 2006, we got together, me and my brother, and then our tech guy over there, Roddy, or TB as we call him, was the bass player, and another friend from school played guitar, and we just became a four-piece kind of like Metallica cover band, playing like the Battle of the Bands at high school back in 2006, and then it just never stopped really. We kept playing Metallica, we kept playing covers and shows, and then we really then decided to start making up our own sort of music. As any other band, people come and people go, but yeah, so we really started as a high school band, to be honest with you. Pete joined in 2010, and George came last year. Was it last year?
Just there a year ago.
Yeah, new me.
And we also got another new guy, Tristan, joined 2 months ago. Fortunately, can't be here due to his family. Apparently.
Yeah, family thing. I have to say though, personally, me and shout out to everybody that's been involved. You know, Connor. Everybody knows Connor, and he was in the band for 6 years. You know, and shout out to him and Brian and everything like that. I was in the band before. Couldn't be here without Jamie as well. Sorry about that, Jamie, but couldn't be here without them guys. Well,
I was going to say, what changes have been made to the lineup, but I guess you've already answered.
Yeah,
that.
We've got one person. We've got one person. Mikey. Big
Mikey!
Shit,
Jesus, Mikey!
Yeah.
We love
Pack
that.
leader!
He's all got tattoos.
I don't.
Oh yeah!
I don't. Basically, our tech guy Roddy there, he was decided to still be part of the band, but behind the scenes, and became a policeman. He's a good cop though. He's not one of the stuck-up ones.
That's why we're not showing his face on
I
camera.
say,
Could
so
get Linky, but you'd have to wear one of those balaclavas.
so we had to. We were playing with Mikey in another band, Final Silence. He was a guitar player, and he always wanted to join Colony. So he got the opportunity to join on bass. He wasn't bothered as long as he got into the band, and he covered for a tour of Ireland. I think it was like 7 or 8 days in Ireland. We did. And then
That was back in 2015.
2015, and then came back, and Roddy says he couldn't be full time on the shows, so that's when Mackie stood in, and he was there for
2 years.
Yeah,
Two,
I think
3 years.
2, 3 years.
for me it kind of was, I joined the band and we were just kind of, I'd always wanted to be, I'd played in loads and loads of bands back in school. It was always a good laugh, but it was kind of like pop kind of bands and stuff like that. Like there was loads of metal bands, so being a pop band, you just kind of did this, and I was the singer for that. Never wanted to be a singer, always wanted to be a lead guitarist, and then I was told, no, you can sing, so you're now our singer. And that kind of passed on with, I met these guys, just jamming, gigging, stuff like that, and it was good. But I would really say it was roughly about, it was 2015 that it was kind of like, yeah, you're playing gigs all over the shop, having a good laugh, and then we get hit with that tour in Ireland, and I was like, I've never been to Ireland before, cool, so got to see all of Ireland. Nice. Then we came back and then got offered the Eastern European tour
In October, yeah.
And that was like, right, okay.
Game on.
Yeah, that's kind of when it was just like, wait a minute, we'll do this, played that, and then came back and then got offered another one. You were just like, oh, I best put a bit of money and time aside for this. I was like, alright, oh, okay.
This is now a full-time thing.
So you've always been like really, really busy, hard at it then since the start of the band then?
Yeah, I think
it's just like, it's like any band.
it's
I
like
think
anything.
you end up going and like Ivory's is the first place that you, like, you're just playing there. That is the first place. It's like back in school, I remember it was just like that. Oh yeah, Ivory Blacks. That's where you want to be playing. I was like, alright, cool, no bother. Remember playing it for the first time, going, shit, I'm playing Ivory Blacks, man. This is going to be cool. And then it just kind of stemmed from there. And then you were going, we'll play this place, we'll play that place, and then back to Ivory's as the crowds get bigger, and you're just going like that. I remember playing Ivory's and it was like a sold out show, like Metal to the Masses. It was just like, shit, so this is what people do at Ivory Black. This is nuts, man.
Now, I mind seeing you guys audio, but I've seen you quite a few times now. I mind seeing your audio, you jumping off the stage, jumping up on the bar.
Yeah,
Is that a common thing with
You
all of
never
your
know
shows in
I was-
Europe?
Pete's going to
Yes.
do it
Yeah.
again. Honestly.
Yeah.
I think I remember, like, I tend to go into venues, and I always say, and my wee cousin Brendan, he plays guitar, and he said to me, you know, what's it like, you know, playing gigs and stuff like that? And I said, well, it's great fun, man. Like, I always say, you play the venue, not the stage. Like, you're there, so why not use it all? He said to me, all right, cool, yeah, I'm going to do that. And I said, do you like making money? He goes, yeah, I can't wait to make money. I was like, don't join the band then, 'cause you're just for the rest of your days, man. For the rest of your days. It'll be great fun, and you'll have stories to tell, but you will be skint.
Your first tour of Europe, what year was that?
2015.
Yeah.
And what album did you have out
Time
then?
of Wolves.
Time of Wolves
Time of
was
Wolves.
our
Second album.
yeah. So
Technically.
we've had many EPs when you start with the band, and then we had an EP in 2011, Romper Stomper, which we kind of knew what sound we were going
Yeah.
for, but like anything, you got to work at it to
Yeah,
get
just kind of
mold yourselves. Then we've done Dust and Stone, which is like our demo album that we done. We thought we were just gonna go balls to the wall with some stuff, and then we're like, right, these bits is what we like. And then Time of Wolves came out in July 2015.
Right.
We done our
That's when we
our
kinda, like,
album launch at the Cat House,
Yeah.
and then we went on tour the October.
So how many actual like recordings have you got then? If you've got like all these EPs,
Oh, right,
and,
so-
like, albums?
Right, so 1, 2, 3 EPs are no longer in existence. They were just like, we're trying out things here.
We've got CDs of them still.
I don't think so. Well,
I do.
Save the Roses.
I do. No, I do. I've got it. Yeah.
Jesus, right, let's burn them.
TB, have you not still got them all on your wall and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's getting
Used to,
burn,
got
burn
one.
them.
Got rid
burn
of them, yeah.
So we had 3 EPs before, 3 EPs before anything, and then we done an actual EP where Jamie.
Up at Seagate Studios.
No, this was before that. It was Reemergence.
Still
And
on
it was
Spotify.
Like, it was like, which is still on Spotify.
Yeah.
Don't listen to it.
You're talking 2010. And this is when he first joined the band, and we had these songs, and they're like songs from different EPs that we've just kind of got better and better at. And then we thought, right, well, we've got this band, let's start writing again. And then we wanted to go into a proper studio. So Romper Stomper came the following year. That's just 3-track EP. So that's 2. Dust and Stone,
First album.
first album,
2013.
was 2013. Time of Wolves,
It
2015.
was when Time of Wolves came about, that's when it started.
People
picking
started
up,
taking
yeah.
notice, you know.
We
did
kind of
this-
found the kind of sound.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
we did The Strength as an EP.
The
as well.
Strength as a single, was a single. C, which was the last record, was 2017.
17, yeah.
And then this new record,
Time,
the
I was gonna say
Smoke and
Smoke
Mirrors. This is our 6th sort of
So
recording.
basically, George jumped in just when it was all getting good.
Yeah.
Just well, I'll help you
Just
out.
So-
at the
I'll help you out.
Throughout the span of what we've done,
all the glory. is now-
slide it,
Very much.
slide it in our DMs. You're talking 6 to 9 recorded.
It's
Right, now see the whole process from your first ever recording to the most recent album. How has the process changed?
Well, we got better at our instruments, not just playing, but we got better playing to
Do you know what?
clicks and learning how to
Yeah.
record properly with the help of, again, our sound guy
It was-
and backstage dude, Roddy, right there. If it wasn't for him, I don't think we'd be as good as we were, because
No, definitely not.
he pushed us to play to click tracks. He pushed us to listen to different styles of music as well as metal. We were doing that anyway, but he was into more Red Hot Chili Peppers, more of that kind of side as well as metal. So it kind of opened our eyes a little bit more to melody and stuff. But as it goes this time, from the first time we did it, we recorded the first EP in my attic. That's why I don't want you to listen to it. And then we went.
And then to this one,
And then-
we recorded it in your downstairs. So we went from the attic to the living room. That's what we've done.
we basically what's happened is we got better and we bought better gear, and we just literally spent money on going to a studio for the drum room. Got a great drum sound. Roddy McKenzie, is it Roddy McKenzie?
Rodovox.
It's in Clydebank, the place in Clydebank. What was it? Titan Studios in Clydebank.
I don't know that one.
Roddy McAudio, who's on Instagram, Facebook, shout out. And we got a great drum sound there. We had about 14, 15 microphones on the drum kit. It's a 3-piece kit. Do you know what I mean?
Studio I use in Clydebank is Red Eye. Shout out to them and all.
I have practiced in there. They are
Yes,
good,
yeah.
I guess.
And then we got the X32, and with the X32 desk, and the guys have got Kempers and Helixes and different sorts of equipment for guitars and great vocal mic.
I would say you've stuck to your Black Star. Like that has been the solid. I would say for me, guitar tone wise, like, and that is, as I said, I wanted to be a guitarist before I was a singer. That was my thing. So whenever I hear like the guitar sound, I'm just like, nah, it needs to be better than that. And Aaron's like, oh, yeah,
Needs
hold
to be
on.
dirty,
And
yeah.
it always just dialed in the Black Stars, and I always thought that was like
Yeah.
the foundation.
Shout out to
when-
Black Star if they want to give us a.
Give us some free stuff.
That's chancing, isn't it?
Hey, if you don't ask, you don't get.
What changed for me from the first time to now is I really done my research on a lot of things. Like because I'm into that sort of stuff. I'm into what mics to use, what's the best way to do this, what instrument could do this, and I really go into a lot of detail about it. And again, shout out to the guy, TB, being the sound engineer, being our tech, but I bounce off him and we bounce off each other, and he helped me produce my guitar playing and had to get really clean at recording a guitar. This new record, I didn't use a Black Star. I know.
Sorry, Black Star. Sorry.
Why?
I play a Black Star, man. What's wrong with it?
Yeah, I've got 4 rigs of Black Star. Live rig is Black Star. Everybody's got a Helix and Kempers, and
Yeah.
it's a lot of money, but Black Star for me, life is just I can't fault them. But for this, for time, efficiency, and I think that the saying that me and TV's got is we want it to be high definition for your ears.
Yeah.
Do you know, and that's what we try and aim for. So I used Kemper, but we then done a lot of research on best tones and gains and delays. So
There's a lot of like intricate.
Yeah,
Kemper in there.
yeah. So just I record all the guitars. Connor did write and record a little bit, but the last record, C album, and this record, I done pretty much, but I done all the guitars. So everything. Bar the bass. George was the bass. But I put a lot of time into rehearsing. And my brain's on overdrive. And it got produced by TV, and he knew exactly what I was going for. He knows my style, and that's what I think's changed for me from the first to now. Is a lot more knowledge and a lot more experimentation in recording and how to get better at it. So.
Nice one. Well, do you have any favourite tracks on like the albums?
Oh,
It changes for all the albums.
So
do you have any?
I'll go first, right? Re-emergence. No, none of them. Rhombus Number, Long Way Home is on that. So I love that one. Dust and Stone, I would have to say Generation Lost. I think that's one of my favourites. Time of Wolves. I was listening to this yesterday actually, but I have to say either In Your Heart or New Horizon. Or Grey Vision. No, I'm going to go with New Horizon.
Are you sure now?
No, Grey Vision. We'll go with Grey Vision. I'm going to go for Grey Vision. The last record, See. Ooh, you got the singles, but I like Morning Sky. I think Morning Sky is really
Morning
good.
Sky.
Yeah, I think Beast vocals are really good in that one. And the new album, I like them all, but I would say the last song, Sands of Time, is one of my favourites on that. It's like
The only thing I would change to that is Soul Saviour.
it's a good. I like them all. It's good I'm in this band.
What would it be? I'll just go from Time of Wolves because that's. Well, actually no. Like I'll go for Long Way Home.
Yeah.
That's we finish with that. Like if you've seen us live, 9 times out of 10 we finish with that.
Yeah.
Probably not now though.
We don't know yet.
The set list is changing now that the songs are out. But I would say, yeah, Long Way Home. Then for me, it's always going to be Paradox Life. It's always going to be Paradox Life. It's got that Terminator intro, and then just the guitars are just. Oh, it's got everything that a Colony song from you has. Then from C, I would probably go to Dianadine. We've got the music video for that, and it just takes me back to touring all over the shop, and every time I watch it, it just reminds me of absolutely everything, and just the kind of hard work that's gone from that to that point, and it's just like, yeah, that's good. And, you know,
It's tough one for the new one. I find it really tough. Like.
it changes on a day-to-day basis for me for that album.
Yeah, I think with mine is being one of the, like, we all write the songs, but me being so immersed in the songs, I like all my songs.
Yeah.
I'm proud of all my songs, but I think the ones I really like are the ones that go down well live. So the songs they've said are the ones we play live, and it's like these are going to get the best reaction. I would say Long Way Home definitely is one of my favourite, but then I also like Blood Money and the actual Romper Stomper itself is a swag, man.
Right,
bass and
right,
stuff, you know?
Jeebus.
And,
What you got?
Long Way Home is definitely up there.
Yeah. I like Ashes of Dust and Stone, by the way. That's one of my favourites. So I love playing that.
A lot of them kind of change as you hear it. You think that could be a favourite, but then when you actually listen to it, like was it Romper Stomper as well. I was thinking of that before. I think we played that at a gig before, and I was thinking I don't know if this will fit in the set. But as soon as we started playing it, I was like, this is great. But
So what's your favourites then?
I don't know. It's not the only ones I'll pick out. I'll pick 3, right? So, Long Way Home.
Right. Gotta do one off the new record because you're.
The new record.
you wrote
So
it.
Soul Saviour.
Knew you were going to say
I'm
that.
going to say the full of the new record is because it's the sounds now, and that's where we are now, and that's the best album we're going to write at this time.
Yeah.
So, even though it took a year to do it. So.
Saying that, we've already started writing a new record, haven't we? Doomsday first. There we go, you heard it here on Doomsday first.
No rest for the wicked, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just answer me!
Now, see, when you toured all over Europe, how were the albums received, the songs?
Amazing.
So I know that you've done like open air festivals in, was it Romania?
Romania,
Yeah.
3 in
Yash.
Romania. Yash is Romania.
Well, yeah, okay.
Yeah. 2 in Bucharest, 1 in Yash.
Yeah.
It's funny, like I always said, I don't understand how bands, you know, they'll kind of go on stage and go like, hello Glasgow, and it's like, this is Edinburgh, mate. Like, and I always think to myself, I don't understand how bands do that until we went away.
Yeah.
And then you'd wake up and go like that.
We're away.
Where are we? We were in Poland yesterday, weren't we? Yeah. Are we still in Poland today? I don't know. Ask the driver. He doesn't speak any English. Where the fuck are we? Like, I don't know. Like, just don't mention it. What's up, guys?
That could be one of your biggest fears, getting lost in Eastern Europe and not know where the fuck you
Believe it or
are.
not, it's happened, man. It's happened.
One
We
of
got
the-
lost.
What was the worst when we showed up at Bulgaria? Oh man, and
All me and Mikey wanted to do was watch Game of Thrones.
they wanted to
That's all we want. That's all we wanted to do.
I just wanted to relax because it was a long drive. I wanted to relax, have a beer, obviously, and just chill. And then we're like, right, we're all just chilling. Nice, actually, apartment that we found. And we got in the big 3-litre bottles of beer, just chilling. Let's get ready for the show. And we look out the window and now our tour van's gone. And we're like,
Tour van got
all the
towed
gear's
up
in
and
there.
towed.
Where the is this guy? And we
It wasn't
found
even
out-
that. It was Mikey just went like, that, guys. The van's getting towed, and I was like, no, seriously, it's getting towed.
Yeah.
Whoa, what?
Oh man, and it was just with all the politics and legal stuff of contracts, it just was a mess. And we were like,
Yeah.
let's just get it. We got the gear back about 4 hours later, luckily.
In time to play.
Just in time just to play the show.
Wow.
But I was like, this cannot never happen again.
Yeah. One of the best things about it is always read the contract up for everything because
And
that
if it's
saved
in
us.
Polish, then you're fucked.
No, they put it in English, but yeah, if we didn't read that like before we went out and stuff like, we would never have.
Yeah.
Because they tried to make us pay for the ticket for the tour and everything, and we're just like, well, no, it's not in the contract, and you're the driver, it's his fault. And anyway, not getting into it. That was one of the negative sides, but playing open airs and stuff, it goes down well, like really well. Some of the you can tell from our albums, some songs have started to get progressively heavier and heavier, just because of that influence. But again, like you said, we're classed as over in Europe, we're classed as a young band, and so we appeal to the younger audience.
It's like the next generation.
Yeah, the next generation and stuff. So, but we still have massive respect for the older dudes. And the,
Yeah, we
do you know what I
learned
mean?
so much from it.
yeah, learned so much. I've got people now. I've got friends with the tech guys that do the sound and do the tech on the stage. The big. I got them on Facebook, so I message them now and I get to see how they're doing and stuff. And because
It's just networking.
it's networking, and not just that, you learn from people like that. Do you know what I mean?
Aye. So what's the biggest crowd you play to?
It's got to be Bucharest, hasn't it? But not the second time. Well, no, the second time was the biggest because people were sitting down.
In the seats,
You
not
know,
on the floor,
yeah.
because they were not bored.
It's in the
obviously.
Colosseum.
Yeah.
Yeah, you played the Colosseum.
So
that's
it was
fucking
because
alright,
there was a couple of hundred in front of us, but then people were sitting down around the Colosseum.
Well,
and that, but-
that's where, like, what was it? It was Children of Bodom or something. Like,
yeah, Children of
Soulfly.
Bodom was on. later
Oh
on.
no,
Soulfly.
yeah,
Soulfly.
Soulfly,
that was
Children of
nuts.
Bodom, yeah.
Children of Bodom was at the night we played,
No,
and
it
then
wasn't.
Soulfly was
was.
the next night because
Yeah.
we got absolutely
Steaming.
steaming.
Is it Cataclysm? If you
Cataclysm, big shout out
Brutal,
to
man.
them.
Amazing.
Wow.
Cataclysm.
Seriously,
Yeah.
start again. You've shared a stage with them.
I got
that
to know
was
them as well.
I'm
eh?
fucking getting goosebumps.
Oh,
It's funny because we went over there and it was like, well, what we did was we played the show, and then we went out into the crowd, like, because as you do, like all the beers out there, and
course.
it's like you can kind of just walk about, and all these people were just coming up to us, going like, "Oh my god, you were playing up there," and we're like, "Yeah, like it's happening," and just chatting away, and they're like, "No other bands come out and speak to us," and we're like, "Well, why not? Like, why would they not? They're just people at the end of the day." We're just like, "Ah, yeah, do you want a beer?" And they're like, "No, we'll buy you beers." And I was like, "Nah, it's cool, man. Like, there we go. There's beers." And then we went back the next day, and they just remembered us all, and like it was just us and like
But
massive groups.
how
of
did they remember us?
Oh,
we
but
were-
I never got like.
So we showed up in flowery red shirts. So we're
Like,
at
up here,
this metal
metal
festival.
yeah.
Everyone was wearing black, and then we show up in these flowery red shirts, like 4 of us. And it was actually, was it Cataclysm that was on?
Yeah.
Cataclysm was on, and we were walking in, and they were just like,
All the Asian
And it was
bands.
just like, they finished with something like, you guys have got to be fucking brave coming in here with it. When the bass player was playing, he was like, yes, yes.
It was digging the threads.
Yeah, man, it was brilliant. Yeah. It was good fun, man. But yeah, no, that was a surprise. The fact that we were the only band that finished the set, went out to the crowd, and then drank them dry. Like, we got so hammered, like
And then went back
9
again
kegs
the next
hammered. Like
Oh,
we
yeah.
were the
Back
only
the
ones
next
that were
week.
drinking the beer.
I have to say, like, that was good fun for me, but actually, the most fun that I've had was when George joined the band.
Oh, went
And
to
it was-
Wales.
Yeah, we went to
Aye.
Wales
It's like
and
my
played.
test.
Yeah, it was
test
actually
to see if I could get into the
trial
band.
by fire.
It's
It
like,
was,
you've got
yeah.
2 weeks, learn
8 songs or
8
something.
songs or something, and we're going on tour. I was like, oh. So,
We went away with
out
the
the frying pan.
Yeah, we went away in
Godstone.
Godstone, like,
Nah, to God's
Good
story.
yeah. If you've checked those guys out,
Yeah.
if they're ever in Glasgow or anywhere in Scotland, cracking band.
Great man.
Actually, it's Alex's birthday today, so happy birthday, Alex.
Happy birthday. That's true.
Whenever this comes out, it was then.
But yeah, that was good fun. That was just
That was really good. That was again another alcohol fueled.
Oh, was this?
Alcohol fueled mess.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I mean, you got
Not
away-
as much for me, I was driving.
Well, yeah.
Well,
What was it? I
a
think
14-hour drive back home was not fun because we couldn't sleep in the hostel because the guy we were sharing a hostel with absolutely stunk, man.
yeah,
Like, he was
it was one
rotten.
guy, one guy,
One guy.
and it stunk the
Rotten
whole.
female,
And it was
right?
like a room bigger than this, and it was horrific.
Oh, it was bad.
It was funny.
Couldn't
Like, I,
sleep in
I had to get up
I had to leave.
at like maybe like 1 o'clock in the morning and go for a shower and then say I'm just sleeping in the car. Like I literally had to have a shower.
It must have been bad if you went from a bed to a
Oh,
car.
it was,
Oh, yeah,
it
it was
was
like
bad.
that. Oh, wait,
It was
and
that.
then we
It was-
just started driving, which is like,
Yeah,
no, we're
fuck
going.
it.
me and Aaron were driving and it was
Paid for a hostel we never stayed in.
2 a.m. 2 a.m. we went, you know
Fuck
what?
this.
Tear down the structure. They will not stand in our way. Yes, I want to win. Time is fading away. This is
me to my next question. He's got any like right embarrassing tour stories?
I've got a few.
I mean, I've asked this question a couple of times to bands, and they've come out with some right decent answers. You know,
I don't know. It's about what you can say on camera.
Oh, you can say it.
No, like. Well, I'll just.
Just listening.
No. We ain't sponsored yet, so fucking feel free to up and say.
I'll ask Ricky this question. Yeah. What do you remember?
Not much. I remember playing the show.
No, the night before.
We're talking about
Which show are we talking about?
If you watch,
exactly.
If you watch To Diana Died.
Oh, right.
It's just clips of us on tour.
Yeah.
We're absolutely drunk throughout that whole video, except for when we're on stage.
Yeah.
So everything you see in that video, we are hammered.
Yeah.
And there's one way we're trying to lift him up and he can't walk, and he's we were just down in shots of Jaeger.
But it wasn't even that. It was the girl that kind of came to look after us. Every band got someone to look after them to say, this is where this is, this is where that is. And we're like, all right, cool, no bother. And then
Is it like that? Eh?
yeah, it's just like that, right? Just, I think our main job was don't lose them, like just don't lose them. And every other band were like lovely and stuff like that. And we turned up and we're like, oh, magic, cool. How was the flight? Well, we started drinking and then got to stopped. So we had to stay. I don't remember the flight. I'm just being honest with you. Don't remember the flight at all. All right, okay, no bother. And this became a recurring theme with the band. If we got on a flight, I don't remember it because I just steaming from that point, just continued on. And she went, oh yeah. You know, you guys, you're from Scotland, aren't you? We're like, yep. You guys drink a lot. Not as much as us. And I was like that. All right. Oh, okay then. She goes, but I can't drink much tonight because I've got an exam tomorrow. All right, okay. So I think she ended up going back to her we stayed out until 9 o'clock in the morning. We had to play the show, and we were all just like, oh, Ricky almost died, and then walked in going like that. Has anyone seen my wallet or my passport or everything? I was like that. No, but we did carry you for maybe 5 miles, stone, dead. He was like that. All right, cool, no bother. So has anyone seen my wallet? Because everything's gone. I was like, well, that's your problem then. No, I don't. But the other bassist had glasses so he could see.
I walked out the room.
But he was fine. I don't understand how he was fine. Should have died.
So how much alcohol got consumed though?
Oh, that night.
So we were meant to go.
Yeah, so first night.
We finished. We were meant to play the second night, and we showed up, and we'd been drinking all day, and then we went, right, let's go find some food. We're starving. We've put all this stuff in the room. Let's go find food. And I just ended up going to a bar anyway, and I was like, fuck food. I'm just gonna keep drinking. So we ended up drinking, and then we got on top of this roof. And you could see the Romanian palace that we were there with the big sheesh smoking things there. And I think we'd been drinking for a solid it was about 8 or 9 hours by this point.
This was a proper swanky place.
Yeah.
People had suits and ties
Couldn't
on.
believe it.
Just like us pure rejects.
Massive tattoos and that was
the big massive bit, and we were just sitting there going, I don't think we should be here. We should not be here.
So these people were like, who are these scumbags?
Yeah, exactly. And I was just like that. I don't know what I am.
Rex walked in, we drank in there for a good couple of hours, and then we finished. It was getting dark, and I was like, right, we need to find either food or go for more drinks. What are we going to do?
More drinks.
And it's like, right, put your hand up if you want food, and maybe 2 people put their hand up out of 20. So we were like, right, we're going for more drinks then. So we found this place called, I think it was called the Trumpet.
Because all the urinals were trumpets.
Urinals were trumpets, it was quite cool. And we walked in and we were sitting outside, and they could only give us peanuts for food, so we had the peanuts, we're eating them and chucking them at each other.
I had them in my
And then, so we'd been drinking for a good solid 9 hours by this point, and then me and Peter looked at each other and went, fuck this, right, just bring those loads of Jaeger. And then the Jaegers came out, and then more shots and more beers, and then we drank tea liqueur. And I asked for some tea liqueur because I'd never tried it. She's like, I've got 51%, 61%, 71%. And
there was
like,
an 81% as well.
I was like, just give me one of each.
that was a game was over.
Game over for me. I drank them all, and then I was up, and I was still doing everything that apparently, because I've got it all on video, which nobody's going to see. And then when we were walking back to the hotel,
the full day is all caught in the GoPro.
I think that day should be shipped over to the Doomsday Report so we can stick it in this interview.
We need to message Mikey actually, and we'll see what we can get for you. But yeah,
you sat through and watched the full thing.
I did,
It's
yeah.
just
There's
madness,
basically
like
Reveal the
incoherent
messy side of
madness.
the corner.
it was hilarious because I was walking down the stairs and everybody thought I was fine. Like we're all drunk, but
I just remember
I
you
got to the
crumbling.
point. I got to the point of the bottom of the stairs, and my legs just kind of went. I'm just gonna fall. I'm just gonna, and I just went like that on the floor. And they went, I think he's dead. And then they tried to wake me up, and no, he's dead. Right? I was out.
It wasn't even that. I remember speaking to you at one point, and I was holding a beer, and you know that, yeah, and just threw the beer all over him, and in the background you just seen him go like that, just disappear, and I was like that. Reckon?
There was so this was the best part. Mikey, I think Mikey and Connor, or maybe Pete, were carrying me, so I went like kind of like this position, right? And there was this car that pulled up, and Mikey thought it was the police, because over there, if you get caught drunk or what, they're just going to lift you. Like, it's just how it is. So Mikey thought it was the police, so he just let me go. Nope. And he bolted, right?
And the noise
Connor
his skull made off the concrete was horrific.
Right? Connor's trying to catch me, and it was Aaron in a taxi, but the taxi driver didn't stop in time, and he jumped out of the taxi while it was still moving, right? And he's like, get him in that goddamn taxi or whatever, and they just launched me into this taxi.
So then another one of the roadies, Gary, says to the taxi driver, I will give you 50 lev, I think it was, or something like that. You know, it's quite a lot of money for him if you take him to the best hotel. The guy's like, right, that hotel, 50 lev, there you go. No worries. There.
Around the corner and just
We were literally there, he just took him around the corner. We were just like, oh my god. But I don't think
That's not the messiest.
that's not the messiest, but like we have got some great stories and stuff, but none of them embarrassing because it's just too funny. Like we know we're gonna get messy, we know that shit's gonna go down, so we just live it up. You know what I mean? You're on tour, you're a rock star, fucking live it up, man. You know?
Fucking right.
dark. You can't lose, but I'm always holding the winning card. We all are. The only sensible way to live is without this. Just relax. There's no need for tension. Madness is like gravity. All it takes is one push. Are you listening? I am insane.
So, what's next for the colony?
We've got this album out, so we'll get new music video done this Sunday.
Sunday coming up.
This
Yeah.
Sunday coming. We'll get that done, and then just kind of, obviously since we've had a kind of change-ups with Tristan now joining the band, it's kind of been put back a wee bit, so it was just a spanner in the works that wasn't.
Foreseeable.
So, how do you
was-
feel about making music videos?
I don't mind
don't-
them. I'm like, when we're not.
I'm trying to be nice about it.
Well,
Suck, man.
actually, do you know what? We did have a music video.
Yeah, we did.
We did, and
Two.
we had two,
Two.
and one of them included. It was like a whole. We went to the beach and literally found the best day possible, like,
Yeah.
ever to do this. And we all said, right, okay, so we'll be here at
Seven.
yeah, George,
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
George.
it's just coming.
So we said we'll be here for 7 o'clock in the
7
morning
a.m. on a Sunday.
on a Sunday, and I thought, right, that's fine.
And I
So it'll
mistook
take.
that for 9.
Yeah. So we all got there, like, you know, the beach was completely empty, and Tristan was saying, "Yep, this is going to be perfect." Where's George? And I was like, "Ah, well, George is never normally late, so we'll be okay. You'll be here on time." Aaron and Ricky were there. Right, cool. Connor was, in fact,
Connor, was it?
in fact, you,
we're all there.
yeah,
We're
everyone was
sitting
there, and we were just like that. Right, time's marching on now. Where's George? Where's George? Someone phone him. Right, cool. Phoned him. Nothing. Phoned him back again. Phoned him again. I was like that. Right, okay. 9 o'clock came and we were like that. We've been here for 2 hours now, and the phone goes off and he just goes, "I've fucked it." And I was like, yeah, you have. You definitely have. So he ended up, like, long story short, he ended up turning up
2 hours later.
2 hours late.
And I've never heard it.
And so anytime he turns up, it's like that, "Oh yeah, George, can you be here at this point?" So what time's that at? Well, for us, it'll be 8, but make sure you're here for 6. You know, and then you'll get here on time. But, yeah, they threw me in the sea. And it was freezing cold, like, back for, it was, they threw me in the sea for the
Hate
music
the
video.
sea, man.
And we never used
Absolutely.
the video. So I
hate the
was
sea.
head to toe. So,
I hate
We all
them.
got burnt that day as well.
Yeah. It's
some
really
more
hard,
than
but
others.
Aye.
I hate music videos. I mean, I love the experience of them. The first 2-3 takes, but then after 5-6 hours, I'm done,
Just playing the
man.
same thing over
Oh
and over
yeah,
again.
it's because then
You learn the song.
it's kind of like
You learn the song.
it's kind of like you have to do it right. So in the first couple of takes, you rock out, you think, yeah, this looks cool, I think like that. But then what they don't tell you is, you see 4 hours later when you have to do it all again, you have to remember what you've done at what point, So it's a continuous floor. So then it doesn't matter who they're facing or who's in the shot. It looks like one continuous floor. So I'm just like, I need to have key pointers here of what I'm going to do with the guitar, what I'm going to do with headbanging. But then I take painkillers for one, right? Take coffee, like a lot of coffee.
Don't be hungover to balls.
Don't be hungover.
That's the
Which
worst.
we normally are.
Yeah.
For every gig,
And-
every music video,
And
hungover has it.
the last thing I would say for advice is show up together.
Everyone stay
George.
at one place. Stay at one place and get there all at the same time. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
That's actually a good thing what we're saying about advice. If you was to give any advice to younger bands just starting out, starting their craft,
Don't do it.
that would be your advice, don't do it.
That would be it. I've told my wee cousin that. Don't do it, man. No, I don't know.
You don't
George,
want
on you go.
to.
On you go, George. This is a new tune.
Stay fun.
Yeah, I suppose that's
the main thing,
because the way that I look at it, I mean, you'll have times when you're just like, oh, I'm ready to chuck all this, but then, you know, if you've been in bands, we've all, like George, you were in Kentra Bay.
That's how I actually got into this band, because I was in Kentra Bay with Mike, and obviously when he left, he went to Cyprus, so it was a quick
George-
switch to.
Yeah.
So it's just a case
Yeah.
of filling in the shoes.
Yeah,
Pretty much,
yeah.
We've got a thing of like taking guitarists and turning them into bass players. So there we go. But
No one's safe.
no one's safe. I don't know, like literally just enjoy it, because you don't know what's going to happen. Like, you want to enjoy what you've got. And it's all like, I don't, anyone that ever says, oh yeah, you know, I had such a great time going out and doing this, I can guarantee you some people might be able to do this and do that, but they'll never get the same like kind of buzz, I suppose, as we will get like playing a gig.
Serious, just go back to having fun. It's you and the guys.
Yeah,
Go back.
like
Well,
it's
well,
fun,
once
yeah,
it
play
turns
some
to
good
business,
music.
then
Yeah.
Aye.
Oh,
It does become
Yeah.
difficult at that point, because then like money is involved, this, that and the next thing. Like every band knows this, like you have to spend money to make money, and it does become stressful. And then obviously when you're recording as well, again, time is money, so you've just got to get stuff nailed. But at the end of the day, you have to, sometimes you do have to go back and remember going like that, I started this because I love it, and if I stopped being in a band, what would you do? And
start Doomsday report.
there we go. There we go. Like,
That's already been taken, dude.
yeah, so I can't do that. Like, I'm sorry, man.
The report of Doomsday. Starring Peter Cullen.
My advice, like, it's a bit of a weird one, because I got better at being in a band after being at uni, like on the Academy of Music. But then before that, like, my concept of writing songs and stuff was so naive. And I'm just like, I just want to write songs and play what I fucking want to play. You know, don't lose that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because then when you start thinking more of theory and more of, oh, we need to make it this, we need to make it that, because for catching this thing, which is good, that's a good element to have, but don't lose the reason of why you're playing these songs.
If it
because
sounds,
it's the what
if
you
it
fucking
sounds
love.
good, don't change it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my thing is play your heart out, regular songs. But if you are serious into getting this, sometimes you're gonna have to take the punches. People aren't gonna like your band. Don't take it to heart.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think that's difficult. That's the difficult.
It's very difficult, especially when you play with all your emotion. You put every heart and soul into your songs, and somebody just says, I think you're shit." It's about overcoming that. I think that's what makes bands do the longevity, because it's just like, okay, I understand you don't like us, but these people do, and we're gonna play in these, and we like what we do, and
Yeah.
so
I will.
yeah, it's best one as well, right? Don't take things personally. It's easier said than done. But please don't take things personally. Best advice I got was, you're either too good for a band or you're not good enough for a band. And if you're not good enough for a band, make yourself good for that band. And if you're too good for the band, don't be lazy. You know what I mean? So
I would always say.
get into a band where the five of you feed off each other, and you want to better yourself because somebody else is better than you. That
Right, when you've got the right group of people.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think for me, it's always what I said earlier on. I'm a massive believer of you play the venue, not the stage, because I tend to find you see it sometimes, like people can hide on the stage, even though you're in front of like loads of people. You see yourself like seeing any bands, and you're just like, come on, just get into it, man. Like, and that's why I'm all about jumping into the crowd, like.
Living in the moment.
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Yeah, like
Living in the moment.
Stage fright's a big thing, though.
It's
Stage fright is a big thing.
I'd
But I think in a band me and my brother were in, Final Silence, with a few guys, it was more of who can go the craziest more.
Right.
And then it's like Spearsy, the bass player, used to go mental. Like, doesn't matter if he was playing the right thing, he just went mental. And we're like, well, we got to beat him. So then Mikey, who's the guitar player / bass player, would then go mental. So then I would then say, fuck, well, I can't look shit. So I'm gonna have to go mental. And then Ricky's just in the back. You know,
Just a case of trying out.
yeah, exactly. So
Still go mental.
still go metal, but then it was like, and then no downside to that band, but that was metalcore, and it was a lot easier to go mental and play the guitar at that. It doesn't matter if you fuck up and stuff. Well, this band's a bit more polished. It's a bit more
And
technical. It's a bit more
quite professional.
professional level. You
They
know.
couldn't, and they also can't beat me. So.
You know what I mean?
I've got a wireless mic and just run about.
Yeah,
I could if I wasn't
But then it's like-
stationary.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true.
like playing to clicks and stuff, and you know, and then it's having good, you're having great fun on stage, but then in the back of my mind, I think it's just me. I'm not sure about everyone else, but you're having fun and stuff. But then you got to remember, there's thousands of pounds worth of equipment on that stage. That's ours. You know what I mean? And if anything goes wrong, we're like, you know what I
Well,
mean?
did
Yeah,
you see
I've-
that
I've-
video of fucking Iron Maiden guitarist?
Nico.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Nico, he just chucks his guitar
There's
stuff.
loads of stuff about it.
He
Like,
just- he gets-
aye, but
he gets it
he
handed
gets
to
all
him.
that, so it's fine. Like if I was getting stuff like that handed to me, I'd throw it about as well. Just, fuck it. It's cool. Someone
Just
else will
launch a
get.
mic into the crowd.
Yeah, but no, I'd have to go and get that back. I think, but that's going back to it. Like I think we played that gig. It was the first gig of the tour, was it not? When you joined, and I remember walking in and looking about, going like that, walking a jump on, and I just seen this wheelchair over in the corner.
Oh yeah.
And I just went like that, magic, no bother. So I think it was like halfway through the first song, it just appeared. And it wasn't a busy gig by any matter of means, but I just appeared on this wheelchair out the side, and I just looked
that
up
was
at
my
him.
first impression they played a gig with
Yeah,
him.
and I just seen him going, what the fuck? And I was like, yeah! And rode it outside.
Mike Cobain done that.
I did, yeah.
Top everything he knows. Not everything he knows.
Oh, I better hope not. Otherwise you'll be in need of a new singer.
Waking up with a loss of feeling, the taste left no time for healing. Time we spent, it had a meaning. I left inside this saddened feeling. How can this take so much time to reach me? Why does this emptiness deceive me? Shed not a tear. You are kept near. Words of kindness I hold dear. This is the way you left me hollow. These are the tears that left me drained. Show me how to fulfill tomorrow. When I feel empty, feel me again. Born into this world with me to guide you, a soul to keep you safe. Hidden from the problems that we now face. My open arms are visible charms. The darkness you are shielded. With love in mind I keep you blind. A shepherd to your flock. And I'm thankful you are there. This is the way you left me hollow. These are the tears that left me drained. Show me how to fulfill tomorrow. When I feel empty, feel me again.
Right now, there's this thing I like to do at the end of every interviews. I like to put the guys on the spot. Oh, I didn't tell you this, did I? No.
Awesome.
Right.
Do George first.
No, it's just basically a shout out to any promoters who haven't seen you yet that by any chance do watch this. You know, just to get you noticed further afield, just give them a shout out sort of thing.
Right, there you go.
Shout outs to
Any promoters.
Johnny Allman,
Johnny Owen,
good,
yeah.
good guy, like I did. Oh God, no, my mind's gone blank on all the promoters. Oh, Natalie and DF Concerts,
Yeah.
they helped us to put King Tut's. Good shout out to them.
Yeah.
Who's Craig Lowe in Goddamn Promotions as well. Shout out to him.
Illicit music.
Illicit Music
Illicit
down south.
Music.
Big Kieran.
Yeah, and we've got Punitive as well. They are our
Our management. Yeah, our management.
Our management.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Oh crap! Sorry guys.
You're working so hard on remembering people that you don't want to forget that you forget the obvious
the obvious
ones.
ones.
They
Yeah.
should have been edit this, edit that, bit and just
I did that. This doesn't count.
Also, anybody that's booking agent. So we're looking to go on tour all
Do you know what?
next
Like,
year.
do you know what? See if you're into metal, anyone.
Yeah, anyone.
Anyone.
Just come and see
Like,
us and give us a like. And
Not even
You got any gigs planned for down south next year?
Next year, yes. We've got a list of gigs
we've got
coming
a-
up. That
what was it? We've got a whiteboard over there of stuff.
can't say.
you wiped it
anything.
off though.
I did wipe
I've
it
got
off.
it. I took a photo on my phone, guys. We're good.
Yeah.
Can't say nothing at the moment. Still in process of a couple of tours for a UK tour and some European tours. But we have to keep everything quite quiet.
Yeah, George and Tristan are like 'cause you guys
Excited
haven't
because they've
been
not
over.
been over.
Yeah. No,
So
no,
it'll be, do you know, it'll be nice.
I like good time.
It'll be nice seeing that because like us three have been there and not like done it, but
Yeah.
like we've already been over. So it'll be nice seeing people seeing it for the first time. Just
time,
shit, man.
Yeah.
Because we got to do that with TV, who's setting up our X32 over there, and we were winding them up something awful.
Yeah.
Winding them up something awful. And I'm like, there's going to be like 100,000 people at this show. Like as soon as we step on stage, there's going to be like 100,000 people just standing there waiting for us. And he was just like that. Yeah, man, cool, no bother, absolutely fine. I cannot wait. This will be an amazing gig, like great show. Then as we were walking up the back, you could hear all the people in the crowd and stuff like that. And he just went, oh fuck, like, is there actually going to be that many people there? And we just walked out and just like, no, it's early on through the day, man. Like they'll all turn up later on, but like, there's going to be lots of people here. Like, not that many. He's like, oh right, okay.
Yeah. I have to say as well, big shout out to Olivia in Romania.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cavalera events. She puts us on with Yash, Bucharest and stuff like that. I have to say big shout out to Bojo, Maggie,
Hammer and Tongs.
Hammer and Tongs as well. They put us on our first 2 European shows. Darren Miller as well in Ireland. He set up the tour, and so big shout out to Darren, family friend, miss you dude. But other than that, yeah, just we'll do anything and everything, you know what I mean? Just get on tour and everything like that.
I think, well,
I mean, George will.
I think also all the bands in the Glasgow scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, got a shout out to
We
I
just
them.
think, I
about
think
that,
we,
yeah.
we were saying that like
Big up Doggers Divine,
Yeah,
good friends of ours.
yeah, yeah,
Love
that's
those
the
days. Ty and Bree,
Yeah.
Topro,
yeah.
good
See,
friends.
that's the problem where when you start mentioning one or two bands, it's like,
You
shit,
have to remember every, yeah.
I don't want to forget anybody.
No,
else.
I think it's just, do you know what, like, as you know, the Glasgow metal scene has just all pulled together for so long. It was like everyone was against each other, and
Well, it felt like that anyway.
it did, yeah. Like no one wanted, like everyone wanted to be the band, whereas now
Aye.
everyone's realised everyone's in the same boat. Let's just help everyone out. Like I'll go to gigs. That was at the Dancing with the
Cowboys.
Yeah, and you were.
I was doing some session work for Cloud Hotel, big up Cloud Hotel, and we ended up doing.
Yeah, I just drum tech.
We just drum tagged and we helped.
I don't know
them.
anything about drums, but I just helped them out, and I was like, yeah.
We just did a lot of on and off helping on the stage, doing stuff because we like to help out when we're doing that kind of help each other band out.
It's quite cool what's happening so far because for a long time there was no scene in Glasgow. You just knew there was gigs on,
Yeah.
but then I think we
I
all
think
got
Melt
together.
to the Masses. it all
Melt to
kind
the
of
Masses
really-
kind of brought everybody together because
Yeah.
we played Melt to the Masses with Darkness Divine, got really pally with them,
Yeah.
and then like Nishima came along, and I knew Nishima were there for quite a while. I've seen them before, but we weren't that close to them. So then Nishima came along, and then Dancing with Dakota, Uproar, Titan Breed. Do you know what I mean? Monkey Puzzle, and then we all started just hanging out, and we're like, well,
You're on in.
yeah, we're all here. So I'll tell you what,
Yeah. you.
tell you what, you come to our shows for free, and then they let us go to their shows for free, and it was like getting everybody together again, you know, trying to create our
I
own
think it's
scene.
important.
And you know what, it's actually worked amazing for the Glasgow scene.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I've always said for a good few years now, is that there's so many talented bands in Glasgow,
Yeah.
and there's so many venues. You know,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's getting to the point
Yeah.
now where, because we're getting on a bit, I say a bit, but there's a band that sticks into my mind all the time. It's from Tyranny,
yeah.
right? I know the guitar player and stuff like that, but they're young guys, and they're really talented dudes, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, well, you know,
They're going places. And I've seen the work that they've been putting in the last couple of years, and
yeah.
they'll go anywhere. They'll
What's-
play anywhere.
What's the saying? How do you know when it's retire? Because the young ones will tell you.
Well, and on that, I think that's a final note. Don't want this one thing to be going on too long.
Yeah.
You know, but it's been a pleasure chatting to you guys.
Thank
you
you
very
very
much.
much.
Thank you very much.
Amazon,
It has been a long time coming, especially since, was it last week I was supposed to come up, but I twisted my ankle?
Yeah.
yeah.
I hope you're doing well.
Yeah.
Fucking falling over a dog bloody thing lying at my feet.
Don't blame the dog. That's
I know, I'm always blaming him. Yeah, it's always his fault. Alright, anyway, I've been Esteban. This has been The Colony, and this has been the Doomsday Report. Keep it metal.
so, man.